Hello, I'm Janey Marvin.
And I'm Linda Dimick.
Linda and I have been working together since 1991. And in 1993, we started our own company. And around that same time, we began to learn information about how the brain and how the body and how the central nervous system works. And Linda and I have, over the last several decades, learned more about this information and shared this information with others. And I'm very grateful we've been able to do this.
We also are very appreciative of all of the information that we have studied and learned to apply, because it means that we gain greater understandings of ourselves and recognize that truly we can change. Our beliefs, our behaviors, our thoughts are merely programs that can be changed.
One of the awesome things about being able to work with other people for Linda and I has been being able to watch so many people just from having the information about how their brains are working and knowing how to consciously be able to control their own subconscious and change things that they choose to change. And watching so many people coming in being so afraid of their own thoughts or their own feelings, and then learning this information and watching people grow, watching some of our people that we've worked with actually become lawyers, others opening their own businesses. It's just been incredibly humbling to be able to watch these things.
One of the interesting things for me is that once an individual learns this information, it's simple. We really have been utilizing the laws of the subconscious to program ourselves since we were young children. However, we didn't understand. Now, understanding the information and learning the tools and techniques, we, you, I, can take charge of our own lives and cause to happen the very things we choose.
The subconscious stores all of our information, sensory-based information, whatever other kinds of information may be available to us. It is stored on a TDS. There is only one way in which the subconscious, in its processings of all its information in the subconscious, stops processing information. The subconscious will stop processing information stored in the subconscious when and only when conscious has made decisions and judgments about the information in the subconscious. Then and only then will subconscious stop processing this information. This is one of the reasons that dealing with our past is so very, very important. Until and unless we deal completely with all of our deeper past, our subconscious will continue to process the information with all of the other information in our present and even into our future dreams and goals. I'm sure that each and every one of us have memories from our past that have repeated themselves in our present, that we worry may repeat themselves in our future. We are about to do a guided imagery to do some work to clean up our past lifeline. Place yourself in a comfortable position where you can take perhaps 20 or 30 minutes to do this guided imagery. Determine in your conscious mind the situation from your past. Perhaps you don't know this situation, so you can just have an experience from your present. It can be an emotion that you consciously choose not to have anymore, that you consciously are aware of, that you experience in your present. Determine and write down the thing that you decide to work on in doing this work on your past, to clean up your past so your subconscious can put it away, so your own nows, your futures, will no longer be brought down by your past. Being comfortable, please take 3 deep cleansing breaths. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And imagine, just imagine, you can even just pretend to imagine. You can float right out of your body now. Or see a bird's eye view of yourself just as you are positioned now. And from your safe floating or bird's eye view position, looking at yourself from your bird's eye view, from your safe and secure floating view, imagine or pretend to imagine floating safely, securely with your bird's eye view above all of your past memories. And imagine floating along, looking down on your lifeline until you come to the spot that appears or seems to be the place on your lifeline where the thing that you have decided to deal with, to remove from your past, is located. Remaining above your past memories, looking down, bird's eye view of your past. Notice color, notice depth, notice texture, dimension, lightness, brightness, and length. And while remaining above your lifeline, imagine in any way you choose to imagine this memory is released from your lifeline and on a guiding wire ascends to your safe and secure position above your lifeline, allowing this memory to float in front of you where you can observe this memory from a safe distance. Notice this memory from your safe view, from your secure position. Notice all of the details of this memory. Everyone, everything in this memory. Notice the sounds, smells, taste, textures, energies, and intuitions in this memory, not only of your own remembrance. Notice also the remembrance of others in this memory. observing all the details of this memory from your safe floating position. As this memory is in front of you, balanced in the air at a safe distance from you, imagine in any way you choose to imagine or pretend to imagine. You may absorb everything of value from everyone and everything in this memory. You may imagine that simply by looking, watching, observing, listening to this memory as it floats in front of you, simply by observing, you may absorb all of the lessons each and every person and thing could have, should have, might ought to have learned in this experience. You can imagine or pretend to imagine simply by holding your hand out towards this memory, that you may absorb all of the beneficial lessons, wisdoms that could have, should have, might ought to have been learned from each and every person and thing in this memory. And all of the wisdoms, all of the lessons, all of the learnings absorbed through your perceptions, observings now, through your gesture of merely holding your hand now towards this memory. All of these lessons and wisdoms, not only for you, for everyone in this memory, is absorbed into your conscious and subconscious mind for your beneficial conscious and beneficial subconscious use. Every detail of this memory in front of you, every aspect, perception, understanding, intent, all of the beneficial absorbed by your perceiving, absorbed by your gestures of this memory. And all of these wisdoms and all of these learnings coming together in your conscious mind, in your subconscious mind, for your benefit, for your growth, your own wisdoms and understandings. And as you absorb in any way you choose to absorb lessons and wisdoms of benefit, this memory in front of you begins to change as wisdoms, lessons, learnings, not only of yours, but of everyone and everything in this memory absorbs into your mind. The memory changes, and all that is left of this memory of no value to you, to your conscious, nor to your subconscious mind, still hanging by the wire, ascended above your lifeline, with all the lessons and learning and wisdoms removed, absorbed into your conscious and subconscious mind, nothing of value left in this memory. And the wire or other apparatus assisting this memory in ascending to you continues to cause this memory to ascend now, with all the lessons being gone, all the wisdoms being gone, every one and everything's could haves, should haves, might ought to have learned, being taken from this memory now. This memory continues to ascend further and further and further away from your lifeline, going higher and higher as you maintain safely and securely your own position above your past memories and your safe bird's eye view of your past memories. And all the things that are left in this memory continuing to ascend further and further over your head, disappearing higher and higher, headed towards the sun, going further and further away from you, closer and closer to the sun, until the sun's gravity pulls all that is no longer of value of this memory into the sun, where it is recycled, where it is joined with the sun's memory, burning itself up in the sun to continue to add light and warmth to the whole world. You floating above your lifeline, your bird's eye view of your past memories, with all of the wisdoms and learnings from this memory stored now inside your conscious and subconscious mind, where you now consciously perceive learnings, consciously judging in wisdom, and all the other wonderful things this memory can do in subconscious, reinforcing your own conscious choice regarding your lessons, your wisdoms, your learnings from this memory, and subconscious reinforcing conscious choice regarding other learnings, lessons, wisdoms of this memory. Looking down now on your past lifeline, imagine in any way you choose to imagine these learnings and wisdoms, these lessons from this past memory can float back down into your past lifeline, being lessons and learnings, wisdoms, conscious perceptions, understandings, and judgments, down to where this memory ascended from. And watch or pretend to watch from your safe position, as these learnings and wisdoms and lessons, all encompassing this memory, float down into the place on your lifeline among your other past memories, and notice what's happening to your past lifeline memories as these learnings take their place once again in your past memories. Notice your lifeline. Notice any changes in texture, dimension, lightness or brightness. Notice any and all changes as these learnings, wisdoms, lessons, understandings take their place again in your past memories. Notice these learnings and wisdoms and understandings radiate throughout the rest of your lifeline. Notice the connectedness of all of your memories. Notice even your now as it is positioned on your lifeline in relation to your past, to your future. Notice any changes in your now with your new learnings, wisdoms, lessons, perceptions, and understandings from this memory. If you have noticed any changes in your lifeline, then notice the power you have as a human being in your mind to change not only your now, to change your past, to learn, gain wisdom, not only for or of yourself, wisdom for and of others. Notice the power you have in being human. Now imagine floating right above where you are positioned in your present, and from your safe floating position, your bird's eye view, looking down to you in your now. Notice you as you are now positioned with your lessons and learnings, wisdoms radiating to your now, radiating into your tomorrows, making sure it is you and only you and all of you. Imagine floating down into you in your present now. Notice how you feel now. Notice how you think now. Notice sensation, awareness. Notice things that you know now, things that you are aware of, things that you know in your present, in your now, and remember your power, not only in your nows. Noticing your breath, noticing normal, pleasant body sensation, noticing your environment, perceiving with your new lessons and learnings, wisdoms and understandings. Open your eyes. Thank you.